Hey YouTube, my name is Virginia and I'm going to start vlogging about my quilting and embroidery life, or I wanted to say lack thereof, but I wanted to come in and introduce myself, and hopefully along the way I can help some of you that are struggling. I know there's tons and tons of videos out there, how-to videos. I own two Singer embroidery machines. I own the Quartet and the Quintet. Now, even though I'm calling them the Quartet and the Quintet, they're also known by a couple other names. XL420, I believe, is the Quartet, and XL580 maybe is the Quintet. Singer gave them a little different names, and even some of the front plates are a little different color, depending on who's selling them. I got mine through HSN 2 years ago, and it was the Singer Quintet or Quartet 6000, or I forget, but there's different names for the exact same machine. So if you hear me talking about my Quintet or Quartet, or I refer to it as the 6000, know that they're exactly the same. And that was so confusing for me when I first got my machines, because when I discovered a couple of Facebook groups dedicated to these machines, and people were coming on asking about their XL420s and their 580s, and I'm like, well, I must have a different machine, because every once in a while I'd hear them talk about Quintet or Quartet. So I had to do some research on that. What the heck's going on with these exact same machines, and why are they named and numbered differently? So know that they're the exact same machine. And I had tons and tons of problems when I first started them, and I heard and read a lot of really bad reviews. And I'm here to tell you that all it is, the difference between being frustrated and being happy with your work is one thing, and that's experience. And unfortunately, we can't, our brains, even though they're 1,000 times, million, trillion times better than any computer can ever be, we can't walk up and say, hey lady, you know, you've been embroidering for 40 years now, give me all your knowledge. It just doesn't work that way. You can watch video after video after video, and each video someone has a different little technique that you will discover, oh, I gotta try that. And she might not even be talking about anything relating to what you just saw, that you spotted. So it's, you know, I encourage you to watch many videos. Dedicate part of your day to, you know, watching 2 or 3 different videos and picking up different little tricks and tips here and there. So that's one thing. I really wanted to start making videos because I know there's a lot of people out there that have made videos concerning these machines, but they're more of a how-to video instead of walking you through your experience and what works for you and what works for other people, and trying little tips and trips. A really good example of what I'm trying to say is, if you have a lot of problems with your thread tangling or shredding and breaking, the first thing that you are told to do is put your usually I've got some spool of thread handy. Well, here's an empty one. All right, most people will take this and they'll put it in a cup and pull it. Also, and that's an excellent suggestion, yes, give that a try. And also thread nets. I know of a lot of people that swear up and down, if you don't have a thread net on your spool, you're in trouble. I found my own techniques, and it doesn't involve either one, and I will share that with you in either a little while or another video, depending on how long this one starts being, because I know people don't have all day to sit and listen to me ramble. I'm very wordy, and I I tend to like videos that are wordy also, and I just found a lovely young lady, Lorna's Quilting, I think is the name of the video. I don't know. I'll try and put it down in the credits. But she's very wordy, and I just love her. I love her sense of humor. So that's what I'm hoping to do in my video vlogs with my... I have no idea what I'm doing. I've only been doing this for a couple of years, and out of those couple of years, I've been really sick. And I even put it down for quite a while. And this Bargello behind me, I put that up right now because I know I want to start doing videos, and I got a mirror behind me, and in front of me I have a big beautiful window. I'll give you a tour of my sewing studio in a little bit. So when I first turned on, I was going to use my webcam, and I've got this blinding light in front of me, and it's reflecting off the mirror behind me. And I'm like, well, how am I going to do this without, you know, all this light? Well, on my design wall over there, I have a design wall, there it is. It was hanging up there because I couldn't decide on what color is my next border. It's definitely not white enough. And I did this last year along with that blue and white rose one that you saw just a glimpse of. I'll give you a better view in a little while. But anyhow, so I went, ooh, that'd make a perfect backdrop. So that's why it's there. There's actually a mirror behind there. And the funny thing is I'm out of wall space in here, officially out of wall space. And I'll show you all that when I give you a tour of my room. Okay, first of all, right off the bat, let me tell you about my neck, because you're all going to be watching these videos, and this thing's going to be on my neck for probably another few weeks. In January, my neck started swelling up. I'm like, what the heck is this all about? Well, I have other health problems, and I'm disabled, and I had to, I had an EDG scheduled because I've had a gastric bypass, and that's another long story. And I had an appointment with my kidney doctor and the EDG. So my neck's swelling. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. This is like on a Wednesday or Tuesday or whatever. So I go for my EDG, and this man made me come in for this whole long history thing before he would do the EDG. So while I'm in there, I'm going, hey, you know, I got this thing going on with my neck. He didn't look at it. He didn't ask about it. He didn't want to know. So I'm like, all right, fine, I don't care. So I'm going to my kidney doctor, and really like her, I'll ask her to check it out. And that was like in 2 days. So I go to the kidney doctor, and she goes, you need to go to the ER. She says, that looks really bad. So I go to the ER. She scares me. Go to the ER, and I'm one of those kind of people that if it's going to happen to you, it's going to happen to me medically. I've never been, you know, deathly ill, just enough to make my quality of life screwy, like my husband says. Yeah, but your quality of life is whatever. So anyhow, so we go there, and they don't know what it is. I get a CAT scan, and they see a little cyst of some sort that's so small they can't do anything with it. So they gave me some antibiotics and told me to put hot packs on and sent me home. So I went and put hot packs on, and all it's doing is getting more and more inflamed and hurt. So Saturday, my husband kept saying, let's go back to the ER. We need to go to the ER. And I'm like, you know, I can't stand hospitals. I've been in them so many times. Oh man, I tell you what, if we pull up in front of that ER and a room full of people, I ain't going in. But we happened to walk in, and there was one person sitting in there, so I was like first to go. All right, long story short, we get in there. This time they decide to admit me, and I have an ENT come in and see me the next morning, or Monday morning, and she goes in and she cleans all this out, but she couldn't get to the cyst. She said it was too far back. And she put it in a drain. I stayed for a couple of days on antibiotics. I was released, and I was told, this is in January or February, I was told that it'll heal from the inside out. Well, not to make this any longer than it has to be, this is now June, and it's still draining. So I finally went to another ENT last Friday. Yeah, last Friday in Bullhead. I'm in Kingman here in Arizona. And the man says, I totally disagree with, a really important part is I went for another CAT scan, another MRI, and according to my ENT here in Kingman, she said that it was nothing. There's nothing showing. So this one walks in after he looks at my MRI, my CAT scans. He's going, I totally agree. He goes, I totally disagree with your ENT doctor in Kingman. He named her name, which I've never had a doctor do. And he says, and I totally agree with the radiologist. And I said, well, the radiologist didn't find anything. And he goes, oh yeah, I did. You got a right bronchial cyst, which is a hereditary thing that a lot of us are born with, and I won't go into it. But he says, and I won't even touch you. He goes, it's gone on so long now, the scar tissue is extremely complicated. I'm sending you to the university in Las Vegas, UNLV, to the head ENT guy, and have him take care of you. And I'm like, oh, wonderful. Leave it to me. So anyhow, it's not really serious, so just in case you want to know, that's what it is. Gosh, this video is already 10 minutes long. I remember back in the day you couldn't make a video over 10 minutes, and now I'm 10 minutes, 11 minutes into there. Okay, so I'll mostly be talking about my embroidery and quilting. That's what I do. And I do some other little things, baby bibs and, you know, whatever I need to do. I'm not a seamstress. I've not been doing this for a long time. I'm new, and I thought, heck, why not make some videos as I go along? That way the people that are getting frustrated with their machines, maybe they won't box them up and send them back so fast because they'll have me to, you know, lean on and ask questions too. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this video just like it is, introducing myself, and I'll make another video right behind this showing you my room. So I'll see you in a little bit. Bye.